Hello! We're doing something really fun today. I'm so excited. I haven't done this in a long time, like 10 to 15 years ago. Sometimes making these videos and talking about, I've done things, it's just been so long, and then it just makes me feel old. So this thing we're about to do is new, and I haven't done it, and I'm so excited. We're going to go have afternoon tea at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort at the Garden View Tea Room. I can't tell you how excited I am for this. This is a really hard to get reservation right now. This did open back up about a month ago. It closed because of, COVID, and it finally just reopened back up. And it's a really hard to get reservation. But 1 week ago, I got one, so I'm stoked. So sometimes, there's hard to get reservations, but if you're just checking at the right time, you might find a reservation and get lucky. So yeah, we're gonna go have some afternoon tea at the Grand Floridian. This is very different though than the last time I did it at the Grand Floridian. It's more Alice in Wonderland themed, which is really fun. There is also some cocktails I'm excited to try. If you watched some of my other videos or follow my Instagram, one of my favorite cocktails is a tea martini, and I'm super excited to try that on this menu. So I did want to share that, as with all afternoon teas, they're expensive. I don't think this one is necessarily more expensive than others. I've done many kinds of afternoon tea in America and England, at Disney, and it's always going to be in that $60 to $100 range depending on what you get. So this, I believe, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere if I'm wrong. I just know the final price, but I believe it was $70 a person for an adult. But you do have to pay for it when you book the reservation, and it does include, I believe, gratuities, because it did end up being $98 altogether. So that is what I paid for this reservation. Again, I don't think that's bad. Afternoon tea is expensive. That's what it is. I've had more expensive afternoon teas. I had a Bridgerton themed afternoon tea in England before, and that was over $100. I also am pretty sure I have a video of afternoon tea at the cake bake shop. I think that was maybe over $100, if not the same price as well. So I just want to have that out there. I feel like there's probably people who are like, oh, it's so expensive. Yeah, it's afternoon tea. Afternoon tea is expensive. That's just what it is. But I love afternoon tea. I do. I love hot tea in general. This is just my thing. I wish we could go back to having afternoon tea. I love it. So I'm very excited to take you with me as we go have afternoon tea at the Garden View Tea Lounge at the Grand Floridian. So come join. Alright, this is where we're going for afternoon tea. I'm so excited. We made it to the tea room. I just got escorted to my table. And I got a pretty amazing table. Look at my so cute. I'm so excited. I'm opening this wrong. These are the different tea options. And then all the food. I'm excited for that. And then I believe they also have, oh, it's not on here. They also have, I think, caviar. Oh, it's right there. I'm not getting it, unfortunately, but I wish. Alright, I just sat down. I was given a little, let me set this down. I was given a little rose water hand towel, which smelled very good. I got to smell all the different teas, and you are able to get multiple different teas, which is awesome. You don't have to stick to just one, you can try different ones. So I'm starting off with the exotic mango and ginger tea. I'm excited about that. And then I think I'm gonna do the, ooh.
Martini, ma'am?
Yes.
Sure, yes, ma'am. Your tea is steeping, so it'll be just a minute, okay?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, my
Oh, I'm
pleasure.
so excited for
Yes,
this.
ma'am. Would you like to try anything else, or you're good for now?
I'm good for right now.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Enjoy. I'm gonna.
Ooh, I got the martini. I'm so excited for this. It's got gin, Earl Grey tea, lemon, and honey. Ooh, shoot.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring you the scone. Your tea
Thank
will be out in
you.
just a second.
Got the orange cranberry scone, which she did say these are also unlimited. I can have more of these. Came with Devonshire cream, orange marmalade, and European butter. And then here's that martini, and oh my god, I tried it. It tastes like gin. That is a strong cocktail. I'll keep trying it and let you know how I feel. Update, yep, it's a very gin forward martini. This is the orange mango tea. I really like it. It's very light, it's very mango forward, but I just got my tower. This is a chicken curry tart, a miso salmon little tart. This was cucumber sandwich, egg salad sandwich, and then we got a bunch of cute desserts up here. I'm trying to take notes so I can refer back to it later, but it's so cute. All right, so I just finished my afternoon tea experience at the Garden View Tea Lounge at the Grand Floridian. That's a mouthful. I had a great experience. It was so good. Service was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think sometimes people underestimate afternoon tea because it's a lot of food. It doesn't look like it, but it is a lot of food, and I am full. I am like ready to take a nap. I did film parts of it, but it's a very intimate space, and I didn't want to talk too much, so I did make some notes that I just wanted to go over really quick. I did get that martini cocktail, and oof, that you gotta like gin to order that cocktail. I would not recommend that if you don't like gin, and it is strong. I didn't taste a lot of the tea in it. I've had a lot of like tea martinis recently, and so that's like my favorite kind of a cocktail, but you can very rarely find it. It wasn't very tea forward. It was very lemon and gin forward. I believe it was $23 for the cocktail, which included gratuity. I mean, it was worth it, I guess, because I felt that alcohol. I did. It was strong, and it definitely had the liquor in it. I'm okay with the price I paid because, I could tell it had alcohol in it. I would be upset if I paid that price and I felt nothing from it, but I did. And so it was a good drink, but I would only suggest it for people who like lemony drinks, and again, you have to like gin. They do have another cocktail that is a tea cocktail with bourbon in it. I did not try that one. I don't know how you could have both, if I'm being honest. Another one of the enhancements I wanted to mention is the cheese plate, and I've heard really good things about the cheese plate. I did not get it because I was eating by myself, but it sounded so good. I overheard my waiter telling another table, like, what was all on the tray. Actually, 2 tables. And I was like, oh, truffle brie cheese? Oh my God. I need that in my life. Maybe if I do this again, I'll do the cheese plate. It sounded amazing. I just don't, that was, I think, also like $20. And I could not make myself think it's okay to spend $20 on it when I'm not going to eat the whole thing, and it'll probably will give me a stomachache. My family that I'm with is actually going to the afternoon tea tomorrow without me, so who knows, maybe they'll get it. And if they do, I'll add it here somewhere. The scones, I don't know if I mentioned, but the scones are unlimited. It was actually a really good scone, very flaky. It was really good. They were warm. They're orange cranberry flavored. I do not like orange cranberry. You don't honestly really taste either of those, I feel like. I feel like scones are very similar to a biscuit, and my waitress and I did kind of talk about this. This was really good. It was so flaky. It was like a really good biscuit. But there's so many different types of biscuits, so it was very good actually. And then all the accompaniments were really good. It came with Devonshire cream, I believe, European butter, which was not salted, by the way. I was kind of hoping it would be, but it was not. And then orange marmalade. I do think they changed the. Oh my God, what's it called? I do think they changed the jam though, depending on the season. This time it was orange marmalade, which is not one of my favorite. I don't really like orange anything. And I might mention this again. But it was actually good. I actually did not hate it. The first tea I got was the exotic mango ginger. It was very good. This was a green tea. It was a very light flavor. It was very mango forward. I didn't really get a lot of ginger in it, which is good. Sometimes ginger tea can be way too strong. But it was very light, and I really, really enjoyed it. It went really well with that orange marmalade. Going into the sandwiches. So each of these sandwiches were kind of themed after a standard tea sandwich. So there was a chicken curry one, there was a smoked salmon one, and there was a cucumber one, and then there was an egg salad one. My least favorite of the options was the cucumber one. I'm biased. I'll be honest, I don't like cucumber, and that's always my least favorite tea sandwich whenever I do an afternoon tea. It wasn't terrible. Like, it was cucumber on a butterfly pea flour cream cheese, and I'll say that the cream cheese was actually very light. It wasn't like thick and heavy. It was actually very light. It was just my least favorite because I don't like cucumber. I gotta say, I think my third favorite was the smoked salmon one. And I do like salmon. I love salmon. Smoked salmon I am picky with. This was a very smoked salmon. You have to like smoked salmon to like that one. I was very intrigued by it because it came with a miso crisp, and then it was miso smoked salmon. I don't know if I got a lot of miso. It was very sweet. I feel like all of the tea sandwiches did kind of have more of a sweet flavor to it. It was good. You have to like smoked salmon though. And like I said, I'm finicky with salmon. I typically like the tea sandwiches that are more like just the salmon and maybe like cream cheese or something. I guess I would probably say my second favorite was the chicken curry one. And typically if I go to afternoon tea, the chicken or the egg salad or the salmon are my favorites. That's just like always going to be the case. But the chicken curry one, it definitely tasted like curry. Again, it was kind of sweet. I do think it had a nice texture because it was like a tart. But my favorite one was the egg salad one. My only note for that is I think it would have been better if there was less bread. Like the top layer of bread was really thick. But I think the egg salad portion of it was really good. So that was one of my last bites. And going into the sweets. So the flamingo one was passion fruit flavored. My waitress was like, flamingos are passionate, so that's why it's passion fruit flavored. It was good. The pastry was actually really good, crunchy. It was very tart though. If you know me, I don't like tart things, so it was not my favorite, but actually it wasn't that bad for me not liking tart things. Out of all of the desserts, my favorite was the rose one. That one was really good. It was sweet, but I believe it was like a rose flavor, but it was very light on the rose flavor. I really enjoyed that one, and it was also really cute. The green one was matcha something. It was very sweet. I actually kind of think that one was the sweetest one out of all of the options. I did not really get matcha necessarily, and I love matcha. I know it's a love or hate, but I do love it. So I would have probably preferred it to be less sweet and more matcha, but again, most people probably don't prefer that. It did taste some sort of tart flavor, like an orange or something. Around this time, before I started the desserts, I started my second cup of tea, or second flavor of tea. And I got the lemongrass peppermint one, and oof, that one was so good. I'll say I love peppermint tea. That's my favorite tea in general. I drink it at home all the time. I love peppermint tea. This was a very good peppermint tea. It wasn't very strong in the lemongrass flavor. I really loved this tea, so much so that I'm considering buying it. So that says it's good. There was one more dessert that I was excited to try. It was the one with a little teacup on it. I do want to say at one point, a bug got on my little teacup on this dessert and it would not go away. I get it. It did not upset me or anything, but I did ask my waitress. I was like, hey, there's a bug on this. Can I get another one? And so she did. She brought me out another one and she gave me 2 little teacups, which was very sweet. Be kind to cast members, be kind to service people. These things happen all the time. It's okay. Anyway, that one, to my surprise, when it had a teacup on it, it tasted like coffee. I don't remember if she said it tasted like coffee, but it did taste like coffee. It was very sweet and it was very strong in coffee. The little teacup had a specific chantilly cream, I believe, in it. That was actually good. I was expecting it to be really sweet, but it wasn't. So maybe if I paired the two together, it probably would have been a little better. But I guess on all the desserts, that little rose one was my favorite. The egg salad sandwich was my favorite. And then that peppermint tea was fantastic. My last comment is, I don't know if there's a time limit. She didn't say, no one said there was a time limit. I feel like sometimes when you go to afternoon tea, there is a time limit, but nobody said there was. And then she kept telling me she wasn't rushing me. I don't know if that was just, she was being honest with that, or I don't know if that was because of the situation with getting a new dessert. I don't know, but I was enjoying myself. I was able to drink 2 different kinds of teas, and I was alone, so I was just enjoying the vibes, which were great. I would assume if I had someone with me, we probably would have been talking a lot more, and I feel like probably there longer, but I ended up being there maybe an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. Whereas there was several people that in larger groups who got there after me and left before me, and I was like, how did y'all eat everything? Did you try more than one tea? I don't think you did. I feel like if you're going to go to an afternoon tea, you need to try at least 2 kinds of teas. And I was hoping to try a third, but there was no way I could. Now, ending out the tea experience, they did give out this little card. Super duper cute. It is personalized with your name on it. So it has my last name on it. And then it has roses are red, violets are blue. The best part of tea time was sipping with you. But now that you've eaten and finished your brew, we must say farewell and toodaloo. And it's got little flowers on it. It's very cute. And then the other thing it came with was the teas that I drank. I guess this is just if I want to buy them. I think you can buy them somewhere at this hotel. I haven't found it yet. But this was the first one. I don't know if you can see it. That was the first one that I got. The exotic mango and ginger. It was a very good green tea. I do love green tea. I also love Earl Grey, but their Earl Grey, I like a lavender Earl Grey. Their Earl Grey was more orangey. So I did not get it. But this is the one that was my favorite. This could totally be backwards to you, and I'll figure that out in the future. But the lemongrass and peppermint one was my favorite. So yeah, was it worth it? I think so. But I do think it was worth it because I like trying different things, especially when it comes to tea or afternoon tea, and I like tea just in general. So for me, definitely worth it. I was sending pictures to my husband and he was like, oh, I'm jealous. I want to be there. And I was like, really? So who knows? Maybe I'll book it for us the next time we come. But I could see some people, if you don't like hot tea, maybe not so worth it for you. And some unique flavors, I think, in some of the entrees. Maybe not the best for a picky eater, but if you like afternoon tea, I think it's definitely a great one to experience. Great service, great environment, and all in all, everything was pretty good. And I think in any afternoon tea you go to, there's going to be things you love and there's going to be things you're so. And you know, same case here. I don't know if I've ever been to like I take it back. I think the best afternoon tea I've ever had in my life was in Bath, England. We went to the Jane Austen Museum and they had an afternoon tea with Mr. Darcy. That was probably one of the best afternoon teas I've ever had. I might put pictures in, possibly, who knows. But that was a really good afternoon tea. I like a good simple afternoon tea, but I also love unique things like this one today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. It was a great start to my little trip this weekend, and let me know where you want me to go eat next. And I hope you enjoyed this review. So make sure to comment down below, like and subscribe. I have lots of fun videos coming up. So I'm probably going to take a nap. So thank you for watching. Have a good, happy, positive day.